From the stage, we're going to go to a center that's been described as a jewel in the heart of East Oakland. As the executive director of the East Oakland Youth Development Center, Regina Jackson Rashid makes sure that each of the young people who visit has a positive and productive experience.
Now, what part of the mural do you like the best?
I like the mountains.
The mountains, all right. Right, okay.
Regina Jackson Rashid's childhood memories of the East Oakland Youth Development Center were of a lively and supportive place for the community. As a young adult, she interned there through the Choral Leadership Training Program. But Regina never dreamt she would become the center's executive director. When she took over 3 years ago, the center had lost sight of its core mission and needed refocusing.
We went from a $1.8 million budget to a $655,000 budget, focusing on core programs which are job training, arts, and physical development. We let some grants die a natural death, and others we returned money to and said we weren't going to do these programs anymore because they were outside of our mission. And that was very difficult because you talked about laying off a lot of people from the community. But in that, we were able to reduce our need to chase after funding in the same way and stabilize programs.
You're advanced. That means you are the man. I love this graphic, and you can make it move.
I decided that this nonprofit really needed to be competitive, not only with other nonprofits, but to have businesses look upon this nonprofit with a business ethic. I mean, we're in the business of job training. If we're not training them for corporate industries and others alike, then who's going to want to hire our kids? So the first thing was really to raise the skill level and the professional exposure to outside funders. And so that meant a reworking and reshaping of my employees.
We're going to start off with the single leg hop skip, all right?
Although 1995 was a tough year, Regina led the center back to life. Hours were expanded to evenings and Saturdays. Services for youth now include counseling, job training and placement, physical development, and art and music.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Regina also gets help from corporations, individuals, and famous people like We Pals cartoonist Maury Turner and TV star Mark Curry, who grew up in the East Oakland and has adopted the center.
Mache, what a pretty name. We put a little bit in at a time so it doesn't stick together.
The East Oakland Youth Development Center is called a jewel in the heart of East Oakland. Regina makes sure that all of the young people who gather there are exposed to 3 main principles.
The first piece is to really teach them about their own value. So self-esteem is first. The other is really developing nurturing relationships. Staff here all have a component of counseling that they must do. We run into youth that are homeless or in transitional housing, domestic violence kinds of situations or substance abuse in the house. We have to help them understand that they can create other options for their futures, but they have to take those steps. The third is to actually hone and develop marketable skills. So you're wanting to give them some real skills that will transfer to wherever they might like to go.
Well, this is your resume, huh? Okay.
We know we're going to be hearing a lot more from Regina Jackson Rashid in the years to come. And we'll be back.